Slipper clutches used to be reserved for race bikes and high-end sport bikes, but nowadays they're as common as LED headlights. What does a slipper clutch do? How does it work, and how could it benefit your ride? Let's open up the shop manual and find out. This dose of shop manual knowledge is brought to you by Bridgestone. The new RS12 offers race-inspired performance for the street and track. Buy 2 eligible Bridgestone tires March 1st through May 31st and get up to $70 back. In a nutshell, the purpose of a slipper clutch is to keep the motorcycle composed and stable during rapid downshifts, when engine braking can overwhelm rear tire traction and upset the rear suspension and cause a skid. The technology originated in racing, where aggressive downshifts while trail braking into a corner would make the rear tire bounce and slide, which is distracting and potentially dangerous, not to mention bad for lap times. The same thing can happen on the street if you downshift accidentally, make a sloppy downshift in the wet or on a slippery road, or just downshift one or more gears than you intended. Those are unlikely scenarios, but mistakes do happen, and a slipper clutch can keep that minor miscalculation from turning into a full-on accident. Keeping the bike's back end calm is why a slipper clutch is helpful, and this technology is both a performance benefit for skilled riders as well as a safety feature for newer riders. But you might be wondering, how does a slipper clutch work? It's pretty simple, actually. The most common type of slipper clutch has ramps built into the inner hub and the pressure plate. And when the rear wheel starts driving the engine under deceleration, the ramps ride up each other. That moves the pressure plate out, reducing clamping force on the clutch pack and allowing the clutch plates to slip past each other. It's the same minor clutch slip you'd get if you pulled the lever in ever so slightly, except with a slipper clutch, it happens automatically. And once rear wheel speed and engine speed fall back in line, the clutch returns to fully engaged. A recent evolution of the slipper clutch is the assist in slipper clutch. In addition to having ramps that forces the pressure plate out under hard engine braking, there are inverse ramps that pull the pressure plate in under acceleration. Since these assist ramps are putting more pressure on the clutch pack, the manufacturer can get away with using fewer clutch springs. As a rider, that means you get a much lighter, easier clutch lever pull. At one point, slipper clutches were rare technology, but now they're common, and you're going to find them on all kinds of motorcycles, from sport bikes to adventure bikes to V-twins. And now you know why they're awesome and how they work. Thanks for watching this episode of the Shop Manual. Hopefully gave you some insights into a common feature found on a lot of modern motorcycles. Now, even if your bike does not have a slipper clutch, even if it does, you need to have a properly adjusted clutch lever, which is to say the free play, the slack at the lever. If you haven't done that recently or don't know how to do it, please scan the QR code on your screen. It'll take you to an article I wrote on the topic so you can get it all sorted out. And if you like the Shop Manual and you like CTXP and you like Daily Rider, please support the shows by making your purchases at RevZilla. So if you need tires, maybe some Bridgestone RS12s, or you need anything else for yourself or your bike, the money you spend at RevZilla goes to produce these shows. So thanks.